Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Omega Seamaster Professional 300 meter chronometer. You can see and you can purchase this Pierce Brosnan era Seamaster chronometer on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, yep, this one, if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in that sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally full pricing details for this Omega Seamaster. You can see the card in the upper right hand corner flashing real quick. That's the card you click to go to the listing. Now the watch is 41.5 millimeters across the round of the case. That's not inclusive of the helium release valve at 10 o'clock nor the crown and crown guards on the 3 o'clock side. The watch is exceptionally flat, only 11.5 millimeters thick. It easily slides underneath a formal sleeve or dress cuff, and for once I can actually demonstrate with a little bit of a prop. This is a nice and slim, traditionally sized and versatile diving watch. From lug to lug, it's quite compact, measuring 47 millimeters from polished lug to polished lug tip, and if you were to measure the solid end links of the bracelet, it's a broad but still manageable 53 millimeters horizontally across the wrist. Now the watch has a good weight to it with a solid steel caseback and a very robustly built bracelet and clasp. It has an impressive wrist presence, even eyes closed you know it's there. It's a very satisfying sensation to wear a high grade and exceptionally comfortable bracelet, and this watch ticks both boxes. You can see the differential finish, still impressive after all these decades. Individual polished elements and satin finished elements, all of them beautifully finished on the underside, creating channels that ensure the watch will neither pinch skin nor pull hair. It's solid, it's substantial, there's a lot of metal mass here, and everything is executed to the highest standards. This particular model and its bracelet clasp combination is generally regarded as the watch that forced Rolex to reconsider its clasp and bracelet quality in the sporting class. And you can see the beautiful milled out swing arm of this deployant clasp. You'll also note twin trigger released, this beautiful milled from a billet piece of steel acting as the clasp, features twin trigger release so it can't accidentally pop open. It's a positive release, not a friction fit. And of course the famed milled out dive extension is present and correct. You can use it over a dry suit or a wetsuit. Traditionally I just used it over thick winter sweaters and coats. And when closed, it's even more attractive than Rolex's Oyster clasp with a beautiful satin finish and deep engravings. Now the watch itself is of that classic case shape made famous by Pierce Brosnan, starting with 1995's GoldenEye, but we're going to fast forward past that one because that was the quartz version. This is the mechanical chronometer. But unlike the Brosnan version, this one features an exceptional high-polished bezel. It's still a dive watch because you still have the luminescent dot in the index that you can line up with the minute hand to set up 0 to 60 timing of anything you should choose. But the watch also features inboard the same beautiful blue wave dial pattern that Brosnan made famous, and for many this is the signature of Seamasters from this era, and the one that they simply can't do without. Bezels, case metals, all of these can change. You can even go with a chronograph or a GMT, but when you lose that beautiful Omega wave from the 90s, the character of the watch begins to dissipate happily. This model includes that with its exceptional polished bezel, and you can see the watch is also starting to age. Typically, Superluminova will age very, very slowly, but it's not the kind of thing you see over 5, 10, or even 15 years. But as the oldest of these watches surpass 20 years, we are beginning to see a beautiful modern patina effect emerging. Of course, this watch in outstanding condition, it is patinaed with a gentle and slow transition from the original lime color of the Superluminova to a beautifully preserved sort of ecru or honey. It's simply exceptional, and as ever there's the red shock of the seconds hand tip plying its circuits around the dial center. Of course, what would a Bond Seamaster be without the famed skeleton hands, and this watch has them present and correct. Behind the caseback, a Omega caliber 1120, which is an ETA 2892 in chronometer specification, specially built for Omega with unique finish, the chronometer grade components, and 23 joules rather than the standard 21. It is a chronometer, bidirectional automatic winding with a 42-hour power reserve. When you unscrew the crown and pull it to extremity, it does hack the balance, providing you with stop seconds to synchronize to a reference time, and it features a quick set so you can rapidly adjust the date should the watch stop or encounter an irregular length month. The helium valve, as always, superfluous except to saturation divers. However, it's become an aesthetic and cult classic component of the watch that we simply cannot do without today. Remains a superb talking point even if you do not need its utility. You can see and you can purchase this handsome variation on an all-time great on our website.